Hello riders or not. Today on the vlog I have two motorcycles, two Royal Enfields, and it's a comparison video between Super Meteor and a shotgun. I believe a lot of you already saw my shotgun video, and I got the comments asking for me to test ride a Super Meteor 650. It is very similar to Interceptor and even more similar, at least visually, to a shotgun, yet different. And today I will find out how different it is and which in fact I would prefer. Very luckily at Cooper Motorcycles I got them almost in the same color, and at least both blue. They are different shade and it's definitely a style preference, and at this very moment I only can talk about the styling and about the sitting position because I haven't ridden a Super Meteor yet. Only just a few meters to the location to start filming for you guys. And I can say straight away that me personally, I love bobbers, so I prefer a shotgun. But my opinion can change during the day, and spending a day on a Super Meteor, it's a very personal preference whether you like a forward controls or not. Some people, they change to the forward straight away, and being from another brand community, another brand where a lot of people changing to the forwards, one of not many who kept mid controls because that is my very personal preference. So straight away having forwards, it's a little bit alien to me, and the first few meters I ended up searching for the pegs over here, whereas on the shotgun it was very natural sitting position, what I'm used to. I've ridden quite a few bikes with the forwards and it's not always the same comfort. Even though I prefer the mids, some forwards can be okay to ride, like this for example. I don't feel any stretch, I don't feel any discomfort sitting like this. As you can see, my leg sits nicely and I don't have to stretch to reach the bars, whereas on some bikes when you sit further, a lot further back, and your legs are literally like this, basically you hold on the bars like that, and it is uncomfortable because natural riding position, you should have your elbows not stretched and you have to have your elbows relaxed to move the bars and do counter steering nice and easy. However, it's again personal preference. I saw people riding bikes like this and in all the different positions, so it's for you to decide. But if you would go for a Super Meteor, the sitting position and the forwards are comfortable forwards. It's no discomfort of having your legs a little bit more forward and your arms like this. Is no unnatural stretch for me. 1 meter 75 centimeters, 5'9", and as a comparison, so you don't have to search for the other video, if I'll sit on the shotgun, you see my leg is almost sitting like straight and leaning a little bit down on the bars, which is my perfect riding position. This is how I set up my own bike, and this is what I like when the bars are a little bit lower, just only slightly raised. I've changed the bars on my bike for that reason, and when the legs are the mids, so I can stand up when I want to, and I just feel a lot more in control of the bike when it is set up like that, rather than having forwards. But for some bigger people, they found this is uncomfortable and would always prefer forwards. I'll be riding Super Meteor because I already rode a shotgun and Iggy will be on the shotgun, and maybe we will swap along the way, and I will ask him what would he prefer. It might be different from my preference. Straight away, as I said, this feels very strange to me. It's definitely not what I'm used to, but it's very quick to adjust and it's very comfortable as a cruiser. The gear switches are in the right position. It's no uncomfort. It just goes up. How about down? Yeah, all good. It's very quick to get used to the forwards. It's not uncomfortable at all. Some cars coming in the middle, as per usual. That's why you have to be very careful on the bends here, because you never know where the car can be. That's why I slow down and don't actually do my lanes properly if I am not sure of the vision in front of me. I'll have to go very slow riding test, because we have a horse in front of us. Everything, we have to check everything on the country lanes, but that's where all the fun riding happens. And I think a mid-range cruiser just like that, it's great for the roads like this. If you enjoy riding country lanes, not the open A roads and motorways, that's probably a perfect cruiser for you, because it's not that heavy, it's not that intimidating, powerful. It's just nice, and when you have to ride faster, it has enough of the power, it has enough of a weight for you to do so. I'm naturally just leaning down still, even though it is a relaxed sitting position, and I should really relax, but I'm naturally leaning down and trying to get the same sitting position that I have on my bike. That's probably the habit that I have after riding my bike for many miles and used to it, and not being used to ride relaxed just like that. These exhausts look so close, so I'm really not sure how much I can lean without scratching them for combat motorcycles. So being very gentle, cornering. If you have one, let us know. Did you scratch your exhausts already, or you still managed to keep them upright? Slow speeds, no vibration, no uncomfort, no nothing. It's just great. Clutch and brake is pretty easy, a little bit harder than on the smaller bikes or some sports bikes, for example, but that's a cruiser, and comparing with my cruiser, it is a lot easier to pull and it's not as tiring. The seat is very comfortable, and I can reach the ground very firmly with both feet, so I can pedal along very easily with no problem at all. Even when I'm searching for the pegs in the middle, I'm still not losing any balance. What I love about the cruisers, and maybe most probably because I'm so used to that, is the low weight balance. Are you okay? Are you enjoying? Do you like the bike? very glad that I decided to take it on the town roads, because that's where you can feel uncomfortable with a cruiser. And in the country like UK, where we have very narrow roads and in the country lanes, and if you really want to see all that beauty and explore that, and on the comfortable bike, you have to feel good on like stopping on the hill and riding all the narrow roads, which probably not for every rider, every bike would be. This is very easy to ride. I don't feel any discomfort. I don't feel any moment when I remember in France I was riding on the bigger cruiser with forwards, and I wasn't feeling that comfortable riding in this city. I felt that it is big. I got used to it, but at the beginning it was a little bit uncomfortable and not as enjoyable. Whereas this, I just cruise along and having fun all the time. Going through uneven road, as you can see, I'm going through a lot of lumps and bumps, and the road is not even. The suspension is good and soft enough for covering all these bumps, but at the same time it is not too floaty for you to nicely corner and feel firm on the bike. I'll be honest with you guys, I was worried today that I will have to spend a day on the bike. That wouldn't be my first preference, but now I am grinning, and it's definitely so much better than I thought it will be. It really surprised me. So if it is your choice of a bike and you're considering to get a cruiser, more comfortable, but you think how much you sacrifice of the looks and how much you sacrifice, oh damn, it's beautiful around. I can't even concentrate on talking. How much you sacrifice on, if you prefer mid controls, on the forwards, you sacrifice nothing. It's wonderful to ride. I'm having a lot of fun and having such a good time riding. What do you think of the look of it?
You can see it yourself.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Before riding, one man at Cooper said, "This is good looking bike." You know, the looks matters. Always. For me, I don't know. So for some people who prefer riding long, who are not that city as I am, so they would prefer this one. I believe it is. Even more comfortable.
Are you saying that this is better looking than this?
I don't mean that. It is more. For me, it is more traveling bike, that one, than this one.
So more for long distances than
Yes.
the Boba?
Yes.
Would you mind to sit on this for people to see how do you look sitting on the bike? How male looks sitting on the bike, as 85% of my audience are male riders. They probably would like to see a male rider on it. We're almost the same height, he just slightly, a little bit like 1 centimeter too taller than me.
Taller.
Are you taller? But not significantly taller.
I'm taller.
Only just a little bit.
It's enough.
That's when you put the heels on.
It's enough.
Is it enough taller? So Iggy is taller enough, taller than me enough. And as you can see, he can reach the ground with feet firmly on it.
Everything is really good. The controls, I love the mirrors. I love the mirrors. I can see everything clearly, and they are not twitchy.
You can see fuck all on your bike. I tried it and it's horrible. That's worst mirrors that I ever ridden. It's better no mirrors than mirrors on your bike, so I'm not surprised that you like this.
Yeah, but last time we rode in Thailand together.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
two
we
other
rode on the
Enfields.
Royal
Yeah, they
Enfield
were shaking.
Hunters.
Yeah, they were shaking. They
And
were
these are not.
telling me these are not. These are great. Proper bobber style.
You happy with it? You would buy one?
And
I think
painted black.
And painted black. I think you can buy black one.
Custom.
Can I weld something on it?
Yeah, sure.
You will be trying forwards first time, except from sometimes riding some choppers and main customs. Now it feels strange on the bobber. I got used to those forwards. I actually wouldn't say that they are worst. I feel a lot more upright on the bobber. I feel a little bit more aggressive, I would say.
I can say the bigger bike is the more comfortable.
Yeah, but that bike is not bigger.
Bigger, really?
Yeah,
Just the same?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, are you disappointed?
no, I mean, maybe the position makes me feel
That is
more
bigger.
male on this one than on this one.
So you feel a more bigger male, like you have bigger balls. All right then. That answers why a lot of men prefer the forward controls.
At the beginning of the day, I said that I prefer shotgun over the Super Meteor. But I spent all day riding Super Meteor and jumped on the shotgun at the end, and now I am confused. Visually, I still think that shotgun is more my type of motorcycle, and I prefer visually how the shotgun looks. But riding, even me, who's not a fan of forward controls, it is something in the ergonomics of this and in the comfort of sitting just a little bit forward with the perfect stretch in the arms that makes you feel really good. it was strange to start with, but once I got used to it, I absolutely enjoyed it. And after I finished the ride with Iggy, I went for a ride by myself without the cameras. I did some reels, but without the cameras, without the vlogging, without the talking, just to feel the bike, just to ride the speeds that I want and the way that I want. So I could feel the bike and I loved it. You know, when I took them out in the morning, I was pretty sure that this is my favorite.
Yeah.
The looks, the sitting position, and everything. After riding it all day, I jumped on this and I thought, I don't know now.
No.
If you would make me choose, I would find very hard to choose. I still prefer the look of that, but I mean, you can make this to look like that.
Yeah, so with these, you can take this pillion seat off, and Royal Enfield do like a fender rack which sits really tight to the rear mudguard, and it's a little bit smaller than the rear seat, so you can still have that sort of single seat look on that if you want.
How about the services? Are they exactly the same?
Yeah, so same engine, so everything's the same, so yeah.
On the Super Meteor, it has like little loops on the above the shock.
Yeah.
Over here, is that for the luggage?
No, it's for putting it on the centre stand, but I'm not sure why they put them on the right hand side. They've always done that, but
It's on both sides.
yeah. But you can't put the centre stand, can't put it on the centre stand on the right hand side, so I don't know why. And if you're a pillion,
Maybe
you wouldn't be able to
more
use
balance.
it because your hands would be under your legs.
Oh yeah, I haven't checked the pillion comfort on this, because that has a pillion seat. I always check how comfortable it is to be a pillion.
Do you ride pillion much?
Never, but some people do.
Yeah, exactly.
And some people take a spouse, so they want to know.
Yeah.
Actually, what I like about Royal Enfield is that the pillion seat is as squishy as this. It is a smaller pad, but it's nice and squishy.
It's not a very big seat, but it's still quite comfortable.
So don't take very big pillion,
No.
medium size.
But the Celestial, well, you can buy it as an aftermarket option. Royal Enfield do a touring seat, which is a little bit bigger than this one. It's a bit longer and a little bit wider at the back, and it's a one-piece seat. So if you are taking pillion, so you can hold like that.
Okay.
So if you are taking, if you are taking a pillion, the touring seat is something maybe to look at. I mean, to be fair, the pillion seat that comes on the shotgun is actually a little bit bigger.
Is it
that.
than that? So maybe you can swap.
So yeah, you probably could, because it bolts on to the top of the shock and then underneath.
Sorry.
That's right, underneath here. So you probably could.
Yeah. But it's not that bad, and it has enough of space for a pillion to. I know some people are lazy to Google, so could you tell us the price of Super Meteor and a shotgun?
So these start at 6,799, and the shotgun starts at 6,699, and then they both go up. So there's not really a lot, really a lot of difference in them.
Does it make easier to choose?
I don't know. I think, to be honest, whilst they're both a similar customer, I think they're slightly different. The person who buys Super Meteor is probably someone who's going to do a little bit more touring and wants a bit more of a cruisery sort of thing, whereas a shotgun is someone who's probably not going to do as much touring
And have it as a second bike.
Yeah, have it as a second bike or something like that, and they want something, because compared to that, I think that feels a lot sportier.
Yeah. I agree.
Than the shotgun. I think it just, like we said before, it's got a slightly shorter wheelbase and a bit more sort of jacked up at the back, so instantly you feel a little bit more aggressive, and feels a bit more sporty. So obviously, like the 883 Sportster isn't anymore, and the modern Sportster, not everyone likes that. This is sort of, I know it's not like the old Sportster, but it's sort of back to that sort of quite small, compact, cruisery sort of style that you can customise. So I think they're going big into that, especially in places like America as well.
Yeah,
that's probably going to do really well. There's loads of people I know who are working on custom bits for them already. I So yeah, I think it's a bike that's already attracted quite a few big names to make parts for.
I can see why. I can clearly see why. Like
Yeah.
having shorter shocks
Yeah.
and shorter exhaust.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like you say, cutting the.
Yeah, 100%.
My God, it's not huge changes you have to do to make it look even meaner. Even more
exactly.
yours.
Yeah.
Whereas if you want to customize Super Meteor, it would be. It's kind of sacrificing what it is made for. The comfort of it.
Exactly. Yeah, this is built to be customized.
Yeah.
I think, and at a very. It's not like where you buy a Harley or something like that, where you buy a bike that's 18 grand and then you've got to spend a load of money to completely change it. This, you know, the bike's less than £7,000, and then you can buy a load of bits for it and still be
around
less.
12 grand.
Yeah, exactly.
It still will be yours.
Yeah.
I can see that. I enjoyed riding both.
Yeah.
And I couldn't say which one is better to ride because they are just different to ride.
Yeah,
and both
exactly.
are very enjoyable in a different way.
Yeah.
And like I say, it would be hard to choose which one. Like my heart goes to this because of the obviously appearance. But then riding, I enjoyed that as well. Going like cruising country lanes.
I think that is more of a cruiser, you know, pottering around the country lanes sort of thing. It's although they're two very similar bikes, they're also completely different. And everyone that we have that comes and rides one, we always try and get them to ride the other, and everyone always says exactly the same thing. They're both the same, but they're both completely different. It's weird.
Yeah, I got a comment from somebody who said that they have an Interceptor and one's a Super Meteor, and is it wrong? No. I think you can have all three and still find that one day you want to ride another and the other day you want to ride another one, and for different occasions. This is more like a weekend ride and to show off and go rip up around the town. This is something in between, and then Interceptor you can go around the world if you want to.
I feel like that's more closely related to the Interceptor, whereas I think this is more like the GT. It's a lot sportier, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for your time.
That's all right.
As always, and thank you for trusting us the bikes again.
You
the
are
weather
both
is
more than
glorious.
I know. We've got the good weather, but that for you. So.
Now I have to switch the cam.
Nearly.
Yeah, nearly. Well, we'll help you.
Bless him. But yeah, no, you're always more than welcome.
Thank you.